Here's my audience and the dog that inspired my speech, who was rescued from a puppy mill. Hello, my name is Catherine Teeter, and today I will talk about why we should abolish puppy mills in the United States. I hope to persuade against the purchase of dogs, but I would also like to inform current and future pet owners, as well as all animal lovers, about the conditions of puppy mills. The three most important things I would like you to take away from this speech are that large-scale commercial dog breeding operations known as puppy mills consider profit over the well-being of dogs. Puppy mills are big business supplying to both big box pet stores and online retailers. Secondly, dogs from pet stores are typically unhealthy and can have genetic defects. 3. Puppy mill conditions are egregious. They are cruel, filthy, and inhumane. These breeders are licensed and regulated by the U.S. Department of Agriculture, and their minimum requirements for standards of care are deplorable. The problem of puppy mills impacts everyone, from the unsuspecting consumer buying these defective puppies to the taxpayer subsidizing overcrowded shelters and financing millions of euthanizations. Before I begin, I would like to show you a chart on how dogs are acquired every year in the United States. The blue is those that are purchased from breeders, and the orange are those that are purchased from pet stores. Together, it makes 68.4% of dogs that are bought every year in America. While countless consumers spend millions of dollars each year buying abused and sick dogs from U.S. government licensed puppy mills, over 11,000 adoptable animals are put to death in U.S. shelters every day. Abraham Lincoln said, "I'm in favor of animal rights, as well as human rights. That is the way of a whole human being." I agree with our 16th president. He abolished slavery, and I'm certain that if he were here today, he would be an active animal rights activist in the fight against puppy mills in the U.S. As a human and lifelong animal lover and pet owner, it is unfathomable to me that our country allows and even licenses animal abuse. Puppy mills, which are a U.S. government-regulated industry disguised as breeders, have such despicable minimum requirements it's hard to even imagine. One is that these breeders are not required to let the dog out of the cage for 1 minute in the dog's lifetime, not for 1 single second. Further, they only have to give the dog 6 inches of room outside of their cage. Countless dogs are living in these conditions with filthy, cramped cages while being forced to breed continuously in the hopes of producing as many offspring as possible for pet retail trade. According to bestfriends.org, the top 5 things we can do to help stop puppy mills are: number 1, always adopt your pets. 2, don't ever buy a puppy online or from a mill-supplied pet store. 3, support legislation that regulates and reduces the breeding of animals. 4, elect animal-friendly legislatures. And 5, spread the word about the cruelty of puppy mills and the joys of pet adoption. Puppy mills create severe psychological issues not found in normally raised dogs. Because of their deplorable living environment as well as the stress they endure, they face insurmountable challenges to adapt and recover if ever given the opportunity of being rescued from the puppy mill. Stopping puppy mills will encourage adoption and eliminate 11,000 euthanizations a day. In most states, puppy mills are legal. Just 20 states have laws regulating commercial breeders to prevent animal abuse and cruelty. Large-scale commercial dog breeding operations, known as puppy mills, are barely regulated and allowed to consider profit over the well-being of dogs, while consumers, as either purchasers or taxpayers, eventually pay the price for their cruelty. According to Mary Jo Dion's article, Puppy Hell, The Horrors of Puppy Mills, facilities that mass-produce puppies and put profit above welfare, puppy mills create living conditions for their dogs that are deplorable at best. The USDA, which regulates commercial puppy breeding, considers dog as livestock under the Animal Welfare Act. Health and welfare of dogs are disregarded to reduce puppy mill overhead and maximize profit. Puppy mills cost taxpayers hundreds of thousands of dollars per year due to medical care, medical supplies, transportation of vets, pets, crime scene investigations, supplies, and shelters. Our government regulates an almost billion-dollar industry, while the physical and behavioral problems present in puppy mill animals remains alarming and often criminal. Dogs from pet stores are typically abused, unhealthy, and many have genetic defects. According to CaesarsWay.com, genetic diseases that are often caught in professional medical screenings are missed because puppy mills do not take the proper precautions when breeding their dogs. In addition to physical health problems, puppies in these conditions are prone to behavioral problems later on in life. In puppy mills, puppies are usually separated from their mothers, which can lead to development and socialization difficulties. In spite of these genetic diseases, behavioral problems, psychological damage, and health problems, puppy mills thrive financially, but the real costs are unconscionable. Adopting animals would prevent puppy mills and their horrendous practices from profiting. Together, we can put an end to the cruel and inhumane treatment of our animals. It is estimated that a breeding female gives birth to 9.4 puppies annually. One puppy mill bust involving 250 animals costs $500,000. It is estimated 2.11 million puppies are sold annually from mills. 25% of dogs in shelters are pure breeds. Man's best friend deserves more. Our four-legged friends deserve to be shown our humanity. In conclusion, animal lovers must unite to extinguish puppy mills. As consumers, we must work collectively. We must have a voice, elect the appropriate legislators, and finally, we must refuse to spend a single dollar at big box pet retailers that use puppy mills. Animals are helpless creatures. As humans, we are the consumers with the spending power, and we are the only ones who can make a difference for our four-legged friends that have no voice. In July of 2014, the North Shore Animal League of America rescued 80 puppy mill dogs. The dogs were found malnourished with broken teeth, nails that were too long, and visible wear and tear. The Humane Society, ASPCA, BestFriends.org, and many other organizations like them, along with you and I, are the only ones who can put an end to the cruelty that is puppy mills. Thank you.